I'll be right back, were the last words 22-year-old Jolissa said to her brother before heading to a gas station that early Sunday morning on August 7, 2022. A routine and ordinary stop that Jolissa made countless times before. Except nobody knows why she didn't go straight back home after leaving the AM/PM. In fact, she went the opposite direction of where she lives and hasn't been seen since. What happened to Jolissa that fateful Sunday morning? Let's investigate. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Mystery Inquest. My name is Veronica and I make true crime and mystery videos. If that is something that you are into, please subscribe and tickle the notification bell. Okay guys, so today's case is a recent case again and it's out of Selma, California. A young woman from a close-knit family disappeared without a trace with her car and nobody knows where she went and what happened to her. We have a few clues to go on. So grab your cushion or your pad and let's start at the beginning. The events of this mysterious disappearance bring us to Selma, a vibrant agricultural community of around 23,000 in Fresno County, California. Farmers soon abandoned growing wheat and shifted their focus to orchards and vineyards because peaches, plums, and grapes just thrived there and brought much prosperity to the area. Soon raisins became the main crop in Selma, but the city was renowned as the home of the peach or peach of a city due to Libby's Peach Cannery being the largest seasonal employer in the 60s. And although peaches and other fruit trees are still abundant in the area, Selma is known today as the raisin capital of the world because 90% of US raisins are produced within 8 miles of Selma. The area also boasts stunning scenery and active multicultural life with multiple national parks such as Yosemite and Sequoia National Parks being stone's throw away. There are also rivers and lakes in the area, one of them called Avocado Lake, which was Jolissa's all-time favorite place to visit. Jolissa Nicole Fuentes was born on February 8, 2000. She is 22 years old. She comes from a large, close-knit family. Her mom Norma says that Jolissa is vivacious and family-oriented. Quote, "She is a beautiful person. She's gutsy." Her sister Irene describes her as her best friend, an outgoing person, really friendly and not shy at all. Jolissa really loves music and she also loves working. Her cousin Sky said that if you are around her, you can't be sad or mad or hold grudges. Jolissa would say, quote, "Get over it. You're gonna get over it. Get over it. We are family. Leave it alone." End quote. Jolissa makes people laugh with her sarcastic and silly humor. Sky said, quote, "It's just always a good time when she's around." End quote. She's very carefree and doesn't care what others think. Jolissa's favorite thing was to go for a drive to the beach or to the lake. That kind of environment helped her relax and clear her mind. An interesting fact about Jolissa is that she doesn't use social media. She has Facebook where she posts sporadically and mainly uses Facebook messengers to stay in touch with family and friends. Jolissa and a couple of her siblings live with their grandparents. Her parents live in the nearby city of Fresno. Mom said that grandma raised Jolissa. Jolissa works with some of her family members at Custom Produce in Parlier creating stickers for packages, and she is in charge of boys on forklifts. According to her family, Jolissa is a good girl, very responsible. She saved up for her silver Hyundai Accent car and she is very proud of it. But Jolissa also experienced heartache when 2 of her close friends died recently. According to her family, the deaths are not connected to Jolissa's disappearance. Jolissa keeps her best friend close in the form of a necklace with his ashes in it. She left a heartbreaking and haunting tribute on her Facebook wall. Quote, "I was with Jose just hours before he was taken from us. Who would have known that was going to be my last moment seeing him alive? It's so unreal and truly heartbreaking to think that there are people out there who could be so cruel and take the life of the sweetest person I know. Cherish the time you have with your loved ones, cause it would all be gone in the blink of an eye. R.I.P. Jose. End quote. Jolissa didn't have a boyfriend and enjoyed spending time with family and friends mostly. Her one life weakness, and who doesn't have one, guys, was smoking. She would usually go for a drive either to an orchard or to Avocado Lake, where she would enjoy the scenery and smoke some weed. She is attractive and healthy and not known to be in any kind of trouble. Family says she didn't hang out with troubled people either. Jolissa goes to church with her family. Now we are going to talk about the events of her disappearance. She spent the night, Saturday, August 6, from about 8 p.m. with her best friend Julie and her family at a little family get-together. They hung out and had a good time, apart from a minor disagreement toward the end of their get-together, when Jolissa and some of Julie's family members were apparently too noisy and her friend got annoyed with her. And you might think that this might be connected to Jolissa's disappearance. Jolissa's family don't think that this argument is in any way connected to her disappearance. But Jolissa was probably a little annoyed because it looks like she still wanted to hang out. She wasn't ready to go to bed. After this, at around 3 a.m., Jolissa went home to her grandparents' house and found out that her brother was not home yet. She wanted to hang out with him and possibly have a smoke. She called him and found out he wouldn't be home for some time, so she told him she was going to AM/PM and that she would be right back. She also called her sister at 3:59 a.m., but her sister Irene was already asleep, and so she didn't answer the call. Jolissa arrived at AM/PM at 4:06 a.m., which was like 2 minutes away from her house. She could be seen on the CCTV purchasing something. People said that it was a cigar, blunt wrap. It's a little confusing, but it's something to do with smoking. You can see that while she was paying, there was a man that walked into the frame that didn't appear to purchase anything, and he just walked out of the store. The man looks like a worker of some kind, wearing a fluorescent vest. He might have just gone to the gas station to use the restroom. He didn't appear to take notice of Jolissa, and it is unknown if police checked this man and eliminated him. Jolissa's family looked at more footage from the store, and they saw that the man wasn't alone. There were 3 other people with him. They were 2 men and 1 girl waiting for him in the car. We can then see Jolissa walk out of the store, and it appears that she swayed slightly or limped over and looked slightly to the direction in which the man left, and she proceeded to her car. The black car next to Jolissa's car, that's apparently the AM/PM worker's car, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, the next thing is widely debated by many people online, and it's the way Jolissa flings the car door open. It's almost violent in a way, and people have been speculating whether she was under the influence. I'm thinking that it could be that, or what if she was annoyed and mad? She was having a good time at her friend's house and she had to leave, but she wasn't ready to call it a night. And then she called her brother, but he wasn't around to hang out with. Her sister didn't answer her phone either. So she then went out all by herself, and she might have been a little annoyed that nobody else wanted to hang out with her. But then again, her family said that she didn't mind being by herself, that she actually liked spending time on her own. To me, it seems like that night she wanted to hang out with somebody. Who knows, guys? Maybe that's why she decided at the last moment to go for a drive, because when she left the AM/PM near Nebraska and Highland Avenues, she headed westbound or left into the country. Jolissa's parents, Joey and Norma, said that she should have turned eastbound to drive back home to her grandparents' house, but she went the other way. Her sister thought she went to her favorite place in the orchards to feel close to her friend that passed away, and he also lived in that direction. But now we know she definitely headed to Avocado Lake because her phone pinged in Sanger on the way there, and we know that Jolissa was scared to go on freeways and only used back roads. The police said that they received Jolissa's phone records on August 11, showing that her phone had traveled through Sanger and pinged at a cell tower in the area of Avocado Lake and Pine Flat Lake. And then at around 5:24 and 5:26 a.m., Jolissa tried to FaceTime her sister through Facebook Messenger, but she was asleep and she didn't answer. There was another ping around the Avocado Lake, and that was apparently the last time her phone pinged. When Jolissa's grandma woke up in the morning on Sunday the 7th and she didn't find Jolissa home, She immediately worried because it was totally out of character for Jolissa not to call or text and let her family know where she was at all times. Jolissa's grandma texted her as soon as she got out of church. She said, quote, "Jolissa, where are you? This is grandma. Give me a call." And nothing. I texted her again and nothing. That's not like her. She always texts me back and says, "Grandma, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'll come home." She never came. End quote. Soon, the whole family was in contact and none of them heard from Jolissa except the last calls to her sister earlier that morning. They immediately started the search and officially reported Jolissa missing at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. The family searched everywhere they could think of, and especially the last place she was going to, around Nebraska Avenue. They asked people to view their doorbell cameras. Some people let them look at their footage, and they could see that Jolissa didn't pass their house that way, so she didn't get that far. They printed and handed out flyers even to police officers who shockingly had no idea that Jolissa was missing. Jolissa's mom Norma hired a private investigator, and the whole family continued to search for Jolissa. They are amazing, and their love for Jolissa is apparent. The family held prayer circles, organized searches. They looked everywhere, around the lakes, and everywhere they could think of. They looked in ditches. They had friends and family come with helicopters and drones and look, but they don't know where else to look. They will do anything. They will move mountains to bring Jolissa home. They talk to the media and YouTubers and anyone and everyone in the hopes that someone has seen Jolissa. Jolissa's grandpa said, quote, "Find my granddaughter, my son's daughter," end quote. Jolissa's grandma said, quote, "If you are listening, we love you, baby, and we are praying for you." They reached out to Adventures with Purpose, the YouTuber Sonar and Diver group who found Kylie Rodney and solved over 20 cases since 2019. The team arrived and searched the bodies of water in the vicinity of Jolissa's last phone ping and cleared the area.
Avocado Lake ruled out, Winton Lake ruled out, tomorrow, Pine Flat. 7 feet, 6 feet, and nothing. 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes. There's a family that needs answers. They need their daughter right now. We've been here for 2 days, and so far not a trace, not even one vehicle we've been able to find underwater. Her and her vehicle are missing. Something happened. What happened to Jolissa? Someone knows something and somebody needs to come forward. There's so many more places that you could go and search in water, but it doesn't fit with her cell phone data. It doesn't fit with some of the theories that are out there, some of the rumors. Is the rumor true that she was spotted in a car screaming? We don't know. If it is, somebody needs to say something.
To her family's simultaneous relief and anguish, they didn't find her there. The family strongly believed that Jolissa is still alive and she is held somewhere against her will. Finally, the police held their first press conference on August 22nd, and they said they are treating Jolissa's case as criminal matter, even though they don't have much to go on. The police has limited budget, but they used helicopters and drones to search the route to Avocado Lake and surrounding areas. The family look for Jolissa every day after work and every weekend, but so far Jolissa hasn't been found. It's like she vanished without trace. Guys, this is mind-boggling to me. How can this happen? The police revealed that they have footage of Jolissa coming back to town at some point. She was by herself, but they didn't reveal where she went next. It's shocking that the family found out about the second sighting of Jolissa from the press conference at the same time as everyone else. Selma Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz told Fox News, quote, "We picked her up on camera after that. However, we are not going to relinquish that information as we have to kind of consider all avenues. Right now, there is nothing that is insinuating foul play, but again, we don't have much information," end quote. The family is frustrated that the police are not sharing anything with them so they can help to locate her, but they also know that the police cannot divulge much information due to possible future criminal prosecution. They are still upset though that they have probably wasted valuable time looking for Jolissa in the wrong places. They strongly feel let down by the authorities. They feel like they are on their own. They didn't see the police searching at all during the first week. It was just the family and volunteers. The police insist though that they do what they can with the limited resources of a small town. They have now asked Fresno police to help them with the investigation. The police said that there is no activity on her phone, bank cards, or her social media. Chief Alcaraz said, quote, "It's very rare that a 22-year-old girl has no digital footprint, i.e. cell phone, social media, bank cards, things of that nature." The Fuentes family was adamant that this was not normal behavior for Jolissa, which again brings us our concern, end quote. Okay guys, so what really happened to Jolissa? Where did she go that fateful Sunday morning? The family believe that Jolissa is still alive. They think she was kidnapped and she's held somewhere. They pleaded with the people who might have her. Jolissa's mother Norma said, quote, "Come home, baby. We need you. We want you over here. And if somebody has her, please let her go. Please let her come home," end quote. The police treat it as a criminal matter, but they claim they don't know anything. Guys, this is very strange to me that the footage of Jolissa's last sighting was released when it's actually not the last sighting at all, because as we now know, the police have evidence of Jolissa coming back to town. Why don't they say more? What time and where did she go? They stated that she was by herself. It is very strange how they are keeping this a secret. They won't say anything to her family either. Why? They just let them look in the wrong places. For what? The public should put pressure on the Ellie to release the crucial information for her real last sighting. But it seems to me that Jolissa came back to town a short while later, as if she changed her mind about the destination and then took another route to Avocado maybe? I don't know guys, it's just my speculation when we don't know the exact times. Or did she go to Avocado and then she was spotted back in town? That's how I first understood it, and I just couldn't understand how. But what do you guys think about the second last sighting? It makes me think that they actually kinda know what happened and they are just building a case, and they might suspect someone that is close to Jolissa, and that's why they don't want to reveal anything to her family. Or they just want to keep it extra quiet because it's a small town and everyone knows everyone, and they just don't want the suspect to find out. I don't know you guys, but it's really frustrating and I feel for her family. Another possibility is that Jolissa got into an accident and nobody found her yet. There are steep banks and a lot of vegetation for a car to disappear in, apparently. Or Jolissa could have been a victim of opportunity. There are a lot of transient and seasonal people working in the area. She could have been taken by one of them and taken out of the area with her car. Some people speculate that somebody might have got in the back of her car, and since the car windows are tinted, nobody could see that there is actually another person hiding in there. But her family don't think so, and the police said that she appears to be alone. Or somebody from the local farmers might have her locked up in some farm. I don't know you guys. Her car could be hidden in a barn somewhere. I hope that the police already checked out all the registered offenders in the area, but I don't know. Apparently there are like 8 missing people in the area for the past few years, so it could be related. Who knows, guys? And guys, I would like to hear more about what Doug said, that there have been rumors about possible sighting of Jolissa screaming in her car. Like what? Have you guys heard anything about that? Because that's the first time I heard about it. If you guys know what he meant, comment down below. There is always a possibility that Jolissa was secretly depressed and possibly wanted to, you know what guys, but her family swear that she was not depressed and that she didn't have those thoughts, guys. Okay guys, so there is something else that I feel like I have to mention. And before I get into this, I just want to stress that I mean no disrespect to Jolissa and her family at all. I just want her found, and I think that everything should be looked at. I hate to cause her family any additional pain, but knowing all the facts could bring Jolissa home. So I'm so sorry guys, but I was on the Find Jolissa Fuentes Facebook page and someone left an intriguing comment about Jolissa throwing a gang signs and photos. I thought that it was probably a troll, but I went to check it out anyways, and when I went through Jolissa and her family's Facebook photos, this is what I found. I don't understand what any of these signs mean. If you guys know, comment below. And because it's been a day or so, I wanted to see if anybody replied to the commenter. So I went back to the post, but I couldn't find it anymore. But luckily I took a screenshot. Guys, what do you think? Could Jolissa's disappearance be gang related? Or do you think they just showed the gang signs to look cool? I don't know, you guys. I don't understand this at all. But to me, just to do this for fun, it would seem a little bit dangerous because there are gangs in the area. Her family said in an interview that they didn't know anything about Jolissa knowing someone from a gang. They said that they didn't know. Okay, while I was browsing through the Facebook pages, I also noticed quite a few young people that passed away among their family and friends. I don't know if that means anything. It's just curious and it seems unusual. It's so sad, guys. That includes two of Jolissa's close friends that died recently. The family said it is not related, but we don't know. Maybe the family don't know everything either. Apparently, the perpetrator is already in prison for killing her friend. He's a juvenile, only 16 years old. I googled gang activity in the area and this is what came up. There is a lot of crime related to gangs in the area. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. I haven't seen anyone talk about this except the one commenter who noticed it on Facebook. Jolissa was driving a silver 4-door 2011 Hyundai Accent with the California license plate 8MPU766. There is a $15,000 reward for information leading to Jolissa's location. If you know anything that could help Jolissa come home, please call the tip line 559-896-2525. Thank you guys. Subscribe for any updates on the case. I'll keep you posted. Please stay safe and I will see you next time.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never